Chesney from University of Illinois.
Chesney's works include telecommunications, mass media, and Clear Channel, Rupert Murdoch, advertising, Sinclair Broadcasting, and these guys running it. It's simply not thinkable. They have changed sequentially, they've changed in tandem. We do the two things together. We change it. Oh, yes.
Marshall McLuhan from Toronto, the famous Marshall McLuhan.
Have you ever taken LSD? No. I've thought about it. I've talked with many people that have taken it. And I have read Finnegan's Wake aloud.
Our speaker.
Eben Moglen from Columbia University Law School.
Who is?
Can succeed in remaining invisible. And one of the best ways of being invisible is to be something that everybody knows, but you can't do anything about it, so you might as well forget.
Nicholas Negroponte from 1984 TED Talks. This is vintage.
It's a very low resolution sort of stylus for inputting to a display. In fact, they're not. It's really very from the perspective of the quality of that interface. And another advantage, of course, of using fingers is you have 10 of them. And we have never known how to do this technically, so this slide is a fake slide.
Charlie Nesson from Harvard Berkman Center. He's the founder of the Berkman Center for Internet and Society.
And at that conference, people sitting they had to type the words. Questions got much more succinct. Quickly realized that you won't read more than a few lines at once in the back and forth on Second Life.
Tim O'Reilly from O'Reilly Publishing.
Starts with how each of you just started maybe with Paul coming back this way. Give us your minute that just says what your stake is in the cloud game.
So welcome everybody and thank you.
John Palfrey from Harvard.
Should come as no surprise, is the OpenNet Initiative. This is a project that Rob and I have worked on here at the Berkman Center, but which joins 4 universities actually. It joins the University.
The late Randy Posh from Carnegie Mellon University.
It was an easy time to dream. I was born in 1960, all right? When you're 8 or 9 years old and you look at the TV set and men are landing on the moon.
Good afternoon.
Robert Reich from University of California, Berkeley.
And to my turn, and I disagreed. I said, well, I can't tell you over the long term, but certainly over the next months, it's going to be very, very bad. In fact, I believe, and there is a videotape of this program. This is Howard Reingold speaking to you from Northern California.
Reingold from Stanford University.
200 years that changed the
Hans
world.
Rosling from Karolinska University.
It was the last 200 years that changed the world. I will show you in Gapminder world here the situation 1809. Each bubble is a country. The size show the population.
Paul Sappho from Stanford University.
The world is thinking.
You know, as I was thinking about this, I remembered a comment made by a good friend of mine, Brendan Gill. He said, television, half Greek, half Latin, no good could possibly come from it.
Annalise Saxenian from University of California, Berkeley.
But we require our students to gain require them to study a little bit of information science, information organization and retrieval. We require them to understand something about the intellectual property law and the law surrounding information.
We thought it made sense to have someone speak very high level
Eric
about
Schmidt
technology
from
trends
Google
on the first day of our
and
conference,
Stanford University.
and a list of potential speakers. It would be possible to take all current media that's available today, put it on a single hard drive in 10 years. That's the good news. The bad news is that the rate of production of new digital media of all sorts is expanding as quickly, if not more quickly, than any of the other scenarios that I'm describing. So, of course, the race continues, even greater capacities.
Is so
Professor Barry
deeply
Schwartz on the
embedded in
paradox
water
of
supply
choice.
that it wouldn't occur to anyone to question it. And it's also deeply embedded in our lives. I'll give you some examples of what modern progress has made possible for us. This is my supermarket. My favorite is the middle one, the MP3 player, nose hair trimmer, and creme brulee torch. And
Doc Searles, fellow at Harvard right now.
what we've had since the company's one-way industrial revolution is the belief that a captive customer is more valuable than a free one. We never knew what a free customer was. We never encountered one. The internet makes that possible. The internet sets customers free.
John C.B. Brown from University of California.
That each of our kind of disciplines lay out the attempt to create these very neat, not cross-coupling rows of knowledge. And this is a caricature, and I'm sure Michael Calabrese, director of
Clay Shirky from NYU
Here at New America.
Interactive
And,
Telecom Program.
This is collective action, where a group actually comes together and applies its will not just to collaborating to produce a work product, but actually come together to create some change in the world.
George Siemens from University of Manitoba.
Good morning. Looking at different educational theories, if you come at it from a traditional perspective, you'll say, well, there's the behaviorist or the cognitive constructivist view, different perspectives on what it means to learn, but what happens is we almost have to shift mindsets into a different frame of reference when we start.
Don Tapscott talks about
Thank you all
economics.
for joining us for the speed of all cars moving along the road. So give me my 6 routes home and tell me exact number of minutes it'll take me to get home.
Hal Varian from University of California.
Hi, I'm Hal Varian. Is made on Google, we run an auction. And the auction is an auction for clicks. So advertisers only have to pay when they receive a click. In this particular case, we have our 4 advertisers with different bids.
David Weinberger from Harvard Berkman Center.
In every domain, and it's appropriate to each domain, but it's in every domain, everything has to go someplace and it can only go one place. And we're amazingly good at doing this work after thousands of years.
Mike West from University of Kansas.
I just want to start off a little story. In 1989, just as Tim Berners-Lee was launching the foundation of what will become the World Wide Web, Kevin Kelly is invited by ABC to I think that really drives home the point is not the video itself, but what happened afterwards. So I uploaded this on a Wednesday, and it was a Wednesday.
We focus on the design,
Jonathan
development, and
Zittrain
deployment
from
of cutting-edge technologies for
Harvard
information
University Berkman
security
Center.
and privacy.
Neighborliness, the hallmarks of the civic technology that either will or won't work depending on just how neighborly and trustworthy the users are. So these 3 guys get together and
Ethan Zuckerman from Harvard Berkman Center.
The shells are showing where the islands are. The diagonals in this are showing you where some dominant ocean swells are. So you know where you are, both in terms of the islands that you've seen, but also in terms of the swells.
So that's the 40 or so professors that I use for my regular classes at UP Open University.